My name is Daniel Lucido, firefighter at Station 79 in Coachella, and you're watching Report on Conditions.
On this week's Report on Conditions, we'll cover the Springs fire that occurred this past Friday. And we stopped in Palm Desert for their annual mini-muster.
Engine 1 with Report on Conditions.
Hi everyone, I'm Maggie Klein de la Rosa. Thanks for joining us on today's episode of Report on Conditions. We're beginning this week with a glimpse into the yearly Palm Desert mini-muster, where elementary school kids get to experience what it's like to be a firefighter. Every year in Palm Desert, Battalion 12 firefighters bring fire safety to life for the next generation. Through the CAL FIRE and Riverside County Fire Department mini-muster, elementary school students step into the world of firefighting, learning not just what we do, but why it matters.
It's great for kids to have interactive fire safety because what we found out is that when kids learn fire safety from a young age, it sticks with them through their adult years and the rest of their life. Many of the adults that are out here today remember doing it from when they were in school 30 and 40 years ago.
From pulling on turnout gear, to working together in a bucket brigade, to getting hands-on with hoses and fire extinguishers, each activity is designed to teach critical safety skills in a way that is engaging, memorable, and fun. But beyond the equipment and demonstrations, it's about connection. It's about building trust, sparking curiosity, and showing young students that firefighters are here to serve, protect, and educate. Events like the mini-muster help strengthen our community, one interaction at a time. And if the smiles say anything, it's that a great day was had by all. We're proud to be part of it, and we're already looking forward to next year.
It's our pleasure to be out here today. We're glad to be out working with the kids and involved with the community.
Let's take a moment to look into the department's call statistics from March 23rd through April 5th. During that time, firefighters responded to a total of 8,168 calls for service, of which 6,232 were medical emergencies and 221 were fire-related calls. Let's go see what a few of these incidents looked like. At 10:39 a.m. on Wednesday, April 1st, firefighters were dispatched to a reported structure on fire in the 80,300 block of Torreon Way in the city of La Quinta. The first arriving engine reported a single-story structure with the garage fire well involved. A second alarm response was immediately requested due to multiple adjacent structures being threatened and high temperatures. Fortunately, the fire was contained to the main structure with no damage to any other residences. Firefighters were committed for several hours conducting overhaul and salvage. 2 adults were displaced but declined assistance from the American Red Cross. There were no injuries to civilians or firefighters. On Friday, April 3rd, multiple 911 calls were received of vegetation on fire in the 15,900 block of Gilman Springs Road, east of Moreno Valley. The first arriving chief officer reported 5 to 6 acres burning in light flashy fuels being pushed by wind. A significant augmentation of air and ground resources were requested, as well as California Highway Patrol for road closures in the area. The incident commander then advised that the fire had jumped Gilman Springs Road and requested additional engines, air tankers, water tenders, and bulldozers. Evacuation orders and warnings were issued for a large area on the eastern edge of Moreno Valley's border. As of 4 p.m. the same day, the incident commander advised the fire had grown to 3,500 acres and was 5% contained. Multiple aircraft ranging from helicopters and very large air tankers continued water and retardant drops. At 10 p.m., firefighters had gained 25% containment and continued building line around the fire. Firefighters worked throughout the night and the next 2 days strengthening containment lines around the fire. As of this airing, the fire is 100% contained, and firefighters were successful in keeping all structures from being damaged. On Saturday, April 4th, firefighters were called to reports of a vehicle fire in the 46,400 block of Canyon Crest Court in Temecula. The first engine on scene confirmed 1 vehicle involved within the garage of a 2-story residential structure. With quick work, firefighters knocked down the flames before it could spread into the structure. There were no injuries reported to either civilians or firefighters. On Sunday, April 5th, firefighters were dispatched to multiple reports of vegetation on fire near the intersection of Butterfield Stage Road and La Serena Way, east of Temecula. The first arriving engine reported 2 acres burning at a dangerous rate of spread, fueled by light vegetation. With a large augmentation of air and ground resources, firefighters were able to contain the fire to just under 33 acres with no damage to any wineries or residences in the area. Firefighters were committed for several hours for mop-up, and there were no injuries reported.
Hi, my name is Randy Northup, Assistant Chief with CAL FIRE's Home Hardening Program. On January 1st, 2008, the California Building Standards Commission adopted the Wildland Urban Interface Building Codes. So what does that mean? It essentially changed the way that we were building houses moving forward in our wildfire-prone areas. Behind me we have 2 structures, one that is built to those WUI codes compared to one that was built prior to those WUI codes. All right, now let's examine the gutters. If the ember from a wildfire lands at the base of this house and starts igniting the wood chips in the plant, essentially that radiant heat will start melting these plastic downspouts and gutters. Now let's examine ways that property owners can take to upgrade and harden their home for a better, safer option. A proper way a property owner can retrofit their gutters is to install non-combustible gutter system, and that includes a gutter cover, gutters, and the downspout. Those gutter covers will prevent the buildup of leaves and pine needles inside the gutters, lowering the chances of any type of ignition on their roof. Here's an example of open eaves. This was a common building practice prior to the WUI codes going into effect of 2008. It is made out of combustible materials, so if ignited, this can spread fire into the structure. And here's an example of an enclosed eave, constructed out of non-combustible materials. For more ways you can learn how to harden your home, visit readyforwildfire.org.
We'd like to say congratulations and farewell to the following individuals who promoted and retired throughout the fire department. Congratulations. That's all for this week's Report on Conditions. Follow your firefighters in action on our social media at CalFireRRU and stay up to date on incidents happening countywide. If you caught any great footage of our firefighters at work or out in the community, send them to us at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of your Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Maggie Klein de la Rosa. Thanks for watching.